Hey, how's it? This the foundation coming at you with my week 9 picks. As always, I'm gonna do my Cowboys video separate. I did good last week. I did 10, 2 and 1. You know, so that was probably my best week so far. But let's get going. Alrighty, so tomorrow night, Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First week, the Tampa Bay got them. Was a high scoring game. So with both defenses not playing as well, I'm gonna roll with Tampa Bay, being at home and stuff like that. They let one get away on them and stuff like that. But I think they can pull this one out. Plus a short week too. So Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Wow. Big Ben might play. I don't know. Just a wait and see, but I'm gonna still roll with the Ravens on this one. Ravens have been, well, for the most part, competitive in their games. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Ravens as being at home. This is a rivalry and a half. I mean, you can throw every stat out. You can throw every stat out there. As far as matchups and everything like that. This is a very competitive rivalry. Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll roll the Kansas City Chiefs. Man, they might. Jacksonville look probably gonna go in another direction after this season. I mean, their offense is just not doing anything defensively. They're starting to I want to say quit, but is the more they're exposed on the field, like with any team, when your offense not scoring and your defense is relied upon, and you don't have a Denver like defense, you can't, it's hard for anybody. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Kansas City Chiefs. New York Jets and Miami Dolphins. I'm going with Miami. They're being at home. Rivalry game again. You tend to go to the home people a little bit more. So, in New York Jets, they had a great comeback. I mean, some people can say, "Oh, it's the Browns and all that," but like I said, the Browns they play hard for the most part. They try their best, but it was a great comeback. But they're going to face a much better defense with the Miami Dolphins. Okay, Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Man, this is tough. I'll roll with Minnesota one more time. I lost 2 in a row. Man, they're starting to get decimated with injuries now. I think they lost both their guards. Obviously, the quarterback and running back. And I think they lost one other person. And plus, now, on top of that, the right tackle, yeah. And now North Turner has resigned too. So, man, that's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama to go in with 1 week and all that. And again, Detroit, they have been very competitive. They've been better than what I thought they would be this year. But they're on top of that, rivalry game and all that. But on this roll with the home team just because of that alone. Gut check time, to stay ahead in the division for Minnesota. Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, they can tie, Philadelphia playing a hard, short week. Giants off the bye and plus playing at home. I'm gonna roll with the Giants. This one I might be wrong because for the last 4 years, I think, no, 3 years. Yeah, basically the Eagles has owned this rivalry. I don't know how that is, but I don't know. Like last year is understandable because the Giants had one of the worst defenses, but at the same time, it's really weird how this NFC East thing goes. They own them, and it seems like Washington has the Eagles number and stuff like that. But it's and Cowboys always split with everybody. So it's a very weird thing, this one. But I'm gonna go with the Giants as coming off the bye, plus being at home, and then a short week for the, you know, hard, long fought game with the Eagles and all that. But I would not be surprised if the Eagles win. Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams. Ooh. I'm gonna go with Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna go with an upset on this one. I don't know if it's really an upset, but the home team wise and stuff like that. But I think the Panthers is going. The Panthers feeling good and all that. And then now again the Rams has hit a wall on the offensive side. Defensively they can stay in the game, but the way Carolina played defense last week, it showed a lot. So I'm gonna roll with the Panthers. Might be their mid-season surge right now. So and this division is still winnable yet. Next, New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm almost tempted, but I won't because I just don't trust Saints on the road. But San Francisco, they look. I don't know if this might be a one and done thing for Chip Kelly. Because there's gonna be a lot of pressure. And I think he's gonna have more control as far as personnel decisions. But New Orleans, I think having a big win, and again this division is still winnable, so they can with another win they can do this, and Drew Brees, he's been playing better. Okay, so I'm gonna roll with the Saints. Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers. I'm going with Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's slowly starting to trust. Maybe trust the receivers a little bit more. But they, the one thing is that they need a running back. Worst way they traded for Niles Davis and they had to release him, and I don't know what has happened to Niles Davis over the last year or so. I mean, people was kind of like going, oh, maybe he can release, Jamal Charles, because Niles Davis is a pretty good guy and is weird. And Lacey being on the IR for now, so, but like I said, he started to trust his receivers a little bit more. And on top of that, it's not like the Indianapolis Colts defense scares anybody. This might be one of those high scoring games because both defenses are struggling. And on top of that, I think, especially on the secondary side of the Green Bay Packers, a lot of injuries there. So I can see Green Bay pulling this one out. Next, the Tennessee Titans and the San Diego Chargers. Going with the Chargers. Chargers stay at home. They had a lot of nice long. Nice hard fought game, but they lost in the end. Tennessee, they tend to be up and down a little bit more. As long as they try to establish their running game, but as far as their defense is up and down a lot. Sorry, Marcus. But yeah, so San Diego. That kind of sucks because I know some friends and family that show a lot of support to the Hawaii boys. I think this is one of the games that everybody was circling and thinking of going to, and Manti Te'o is on injured reserve, so that sucks. Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders Sunday night. And they just said 2-2, and they lost both their games at home. I'm going with the Denver Broncos. I think shoots. Yeah, I can go with the Denver Broncos just because Oakland Raiders, commit a lot of penalties, and the Buccaneers couldn't capitalize it on that. So I think I think the Broncos gonna have enough to pull this game out. As far as they're matching up on defense and stuff like that. So strength versus strength. Very explosive offense versus very sturdy defense. So I think I see that they can pull this game out. Finally, Buffalo, the Seattle Seahawks. I'll go with the Seahawks. Kind of weird, but defensively, I think they can hold on. Make a position battle, and then slowly but surely, I can see Russell Wilson making enough plays and all that, and he's been he's been getting beat up this year, and they might have to invest in some offensive linemen, because he's not able to run around like how he is, and the running game hasn't been as explosive as it was with beast mode and stuff like that. All right, that's my picks. As always, I'm gonna do my video for the Browns and Cowboys. All right, mahalo for watching. Bunny Yellow Boys, go Cowboys.